Hello, all the viewers. Let's welcome Mahabaleshwar. He got only rank 217 for ECE 2018. Mahabaleshwar, can you give us a quick introduction?
Yeah, hello, I'm Akash. I'm basically from Bangalore, and I joined the GATE Academy on August 2016, and then I wrote the GATE 2018 exam and got a rank of 217 in the ECE stream.
So, congratulations, Mahabaleshwar.
Thank you.
Who are you in your family? Like, little bit. Like.
Actually, I have a sister, little sister, and I stay with my parents in Bangalore itself, JP Nagar.
Okay. So, what she is doing?
She's currently working in Intel.
Oh, great.
Yeah, even she did her MTech and wrote GATE, did her MTech, and she's working in Intel.
So, what do you feel now? Like 18 months of preparation since you joined August 2016, you wrote GATE 2018, and now getting a rank 217. How are you feeling? Are you on cloud 9?
Yeah, I'm feeling really great, and I think all the efforts really paid off.
Okay. And can you tell us a little more about like what are the IITs you are looking after since it's an admission process?
Yeah, I want to do my MTech in VLSI Microelectronics stream. I've applied for IISc, IIT Madras, Bombay, Kanpur, and Kharagpur.
So why VLSI? Like, is it like did you like analog integrated circuit
Yeah,
and EDC too much?
Yeah, I enjoyed really analog integrated circuits, and I want to pursue my higher studies in that.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I feel that after MTech, will you go for PhD as well?
Yeah, I want to do PhD, but I don't know. It depends on how my MTech
So
will
because
go.
be careful here, right? When you say PhD, it's a 5-year plan, right?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
government used to have. And like any particular IT, like you are like, okay, this is my favorite, I want to join. I know
Yeah.
it's difficult to make a choice there, but anyway.
I actually really want to join IISc MTech stream, and if I don't make it there, I think I prefer IIT Madras over.
So all plans set, right? Okay, if you get this, no,
Yeah.
then if you're not getting, like, I can go to the IIT
IIT
Madras.
Madras,
IIT Madras, I had like a couple of my friends, they graduated from there. It's a good place to study. I say Bangalore, it's in Bangalore only, and so both are good choices. Okay. So can you just tell us a little more about that? Okay, in terms of preparation, in terms of classes, let's try to give us more picture on that.
Okay, yeah.
Better picture on that. How did it go for you?
Okay.
Like, what are the subjects that you think that you will take?
Okay. I actually, as I told you, I joined the GATE Academy on August 2016. The GATE classes like really help you to like keep your eyes on the goal, and like you can maintain your focus easily and go towards the goal. Even if you like stay away in the between, the classes help you to come back to the path. And yeah, the preparation. I was preparing continuously, like at least like 2 hours or 3 hours per day for the last 4 or 5 months. And in the last month, I kind of studied really hard, and then like went over all the subjects again, and then solved previous year question papers, gave mock tests, and all that. And
So I think this is the right time to introduce myself as well. So my name is Akash Pushkar, and I taught him like 2-3 subjects while he was preparing for GATE, and you can say me as a teacher, a mentor, and he's like my mentee. So I have seen him as a consistent student. So what do you feel that being consistent in the class is a really good thing for the preparation?
yeah, it's a really good thing.
You want to like
Yeah.
you want to throw some light on that, like the student who don't come regularly in class.
See, if you
What's your
don't go regularly, as I said, you lose the focus. Once you lose focus, coming back to the path is really difficult. You should never quit in between, so that even if you feel difficult, oh, Sundays I need to wake up early, go to the class, you need to do that. So the final goal, I mean the final thing what you get is much more than the loss of sleep on Sunday.
So here I will take a note of this, that all future GATE aspirants, Mahabaleshwar is trying to give a nice suggestion that if you are joining GATE Academy, you should be regular in the class, right?
Yeah,
Correct? That is what you are trying to say. Okay, moving further, like what are the key subject or what are your favorite subject? You have like 10 subjects, right?
Yeah.
So what are the main subject that you like?
I liked network analysis, because it's the basic. You need to know that. And then analog was my favorite actually. And then also electromagnetic field theory. It may be shocking, but it's actually a really good subject. Even that's important in the communication part.
So just to add his point, network theory is really important because if you don't prepare network theory in a better way, you can't have the hold on the analog integrated
Yeah,
circuit.
exactly.
Correct, right?
Like 50% of analog is almost networks. Yeah.
And that is what we also try to do as a part of strategy. We teach network theory as the first technical subject. Right? I think you also got it. Network theory as the first subject. And what are the other subjects that you feel, or is there any sequence in mind that we should do this subject for the good mark because these are scoring subject? Let's not do a few subjects which are not very scoring or which are very difficult. What is your opinion on it?
Yeah, you better start with, as I said, networks. Go to analog, complete those two perfectly.
Okay.
Then you can go to control systems.
So do you feel control system is scoring?
Yeah, it is scoring, and it's makes sense, and it's important for all engineers to know control systems regardless of the branch. I think so. And control systems you need to study, and then digital is very easy. It is to score.
So I want to clarify, digital, when you say digital electronics or digital communication?
No, digital electronics. Digital communication is the tougher part of communication.
So here one information, I taught them communication system. So what is your take on that? Like in recent when I say recent years, what you feel that what are the changes GATE has done very quietly?
Actually, in the recent past, I think digital communication questions are becoming more and more frequent. And for knowing digital communication, you need to know random processes and also a bit of probability. So I think digital communication becomes hard because the basics of those things are really necessary. So if you know the basics, I think that's it.
Because if you are not good in probability and random variables, right, you will feel difficulty in random process. Okay, any other subject that you feel is scoring? What about signal systems?
Yeah, signals and systems, I don't say it's scoring.
Okay.
The basics are easy, but once you go to Fourier transforms
so what topic was like really difficult for you? Like it was really difficult to take a hold on that topic. Any topic that comes?
I think all the transform parts, the topic seems to be easy, but the questions are a bit tricky. You need to practice and solve a few questions of the topic so that you'll be able to solve them in the exam.
So I also feel that Fourier transform, if you are doing in a good way, then it might really help you in amplitude modulation, which is part of communication system, right? So what is your take on aptitude and maths? Like close to 20 marks, right? 20-25 marks. Weightage of the GATE.
Yeah.
So how did you prepare for aptitude and maths?
Yeah, before starting the core electronics, I think it's better to do maths once completely because maths is needed, as you said, even in analog communication and all the basic core ECE subjects. Maths is required because integration is required, differentiation is required. So I think you need to do maths first. And aptitude is better to solve aptitude questions almost daily, like just a few questions at least, to keep your mind fresh.
I also suggest the same I guess in each and every class that you should do maths. You got to do maths and aptitude every day.
Right.
At least 1 hour you should give half an hour of maths. Okay, so moving further, do you really find that GATE classes help in terms of tips and tricks for the solving questions? This is a long cut path, this is a shortcut path.
Yeah.
Any example that comes to your mind?
Actually, there are like a few things, like there are some concepts which you can solve in many different ways. That's no ways wrong, but since there is a time constraint in the GATE exam, it's better to solve know the shorter way to the answer, right? So I think for an example, take network analysis. So when there are 2-3 measures, you feel like using KVL in something, but I think sometimes it's better to use KCL or use Ohm's law directly and get the answer directly. Because if you use KCL, it will at least take 8 to 10 minutes. And I think KCL and Ohm's law, you can just get it in almost like half a minute.
Yeah, because it's very simple also, right? In nodal analysis, you get one step less than the message, right? Because just for the technicality part of this session, like if you have 3 loops, you have to write 3 equations. But in nodal analysis, you write only 2 equations because 3 loops gives you 2 nodes. Let's not get into the technicality of. Okay, so tell me about how the GATE Academy helped you. Like Be like when you joined, what were your expectations? Those expectations were fulfilled or not? What is your take on that?
See, when we join a coaching center, we expect that at least they should solve a few questions. Solve questions. They should make us understand the concepts, and then they should make us like prepare us mentally to go and write the exam. So I think GATE Academy did all that, and I think we understood the concepts clearly, very clearly, and even Akash sir used to give us outlets like the booklets for the problems which he used to solve, and that used to help a lot.
Yeah, those booklets I call it as modules. So,
Yeah, modules.
So I'm really glad that you mentioned that those modules were a little helpful in you getting closer to your aim. What about classes? Like classes were regular, no changes in schedule. In
Yeah,
last
classes
minute?
were pretty regular. I think never have I received any like I went to a class and then it's not there. Nothing like that. Very good planning, and I think.
What do you think? What is your take on this? That how TGA, the GATE Academy, helped you in getting closer to GATE? Like,
Yeah,
in terms of preparation, in terms of classes, all those things, teachers.
to crack GATE, we need to like basically understand all the important concepts, and then we need to solve a lot of problems. And in GATE Academy, during the classes, we understood the concepts obviously, and then they used to give us modules also to solve the problems. Even in the class, we used to solve a lot of problems, so that helped a lot.
What about teachers? Like any teachers that you feel that okay, and all the teachers who were with you in the preparation.
Yeah.
What is your take on that?
The teachers are really good. I think most of them are like IIT alumni, IISc alumni, and they have a clear idea of what is required for us to crack GATE. And they also know they have their foundations really set, and they help us to get our foundations right. And teachers like even Akash sir also helped me a lot. And then we have Vijay Manohar sir for analog, who helped us a lot. Yeah, the teachers are really good.
And like classes were always regular in terms of scheduling, no just-in-time changes from the operations team.
Yeah, the classes were pretty regular. I think I never went to the GATE Academy building, and then saw that there is no class. But even if there was any cancellation of class, they would inform us really earlier, like by SMS or mail.
So on this note, we can thank to the operations team and the academics team for their consistent support. So anyway, Mahabaleshwar, thank you again for coming here. All
Thanks,
the best for your future endeavor.
Yeah.